Good night. It is July. I keep wanting to say June. I think it's because I don't want the summer to end. But it's July 22nd, 2024. I'm scratching my foot, psoriasis, and I need to stop doing that. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to show you my hands. So, here in Sherbrooke, it's currently 19 degrees Celsius. Oh, it's a Monday. It's 19 degrees Celsius, 67 degrees Fahrenheit. The sun rose at 5:21 a.m. It set at 8:26 p.m., and that is 15 hours and 5 minutes of sunlight, which is an alarmingly shorter period of sunlight than I was anticipating. It seems like the days are getting shorter, quicker than they were getting longer, but I don't think that's how it works. Maybe that's how it works, but maybe I'm also just like I haven't been as consistent with these weather reports, so I don't know. And also, I'm afraid of winter coming, which is a ridiculous thing to be afraid of. But winter sucks, and so I'm not afraid of it. I'm just dreading it. Sorry I didn't do a report yesterday. So I haven't been feeling it. It's like there's like nothing dramatic. There's no crisis. I went to play Magic the Gathering with my friend Valerie. And she gave me some cucumbers. I just finished eating one of those cucumbers in a salad, and it was a delicious cucumber, so shout out to Valerie for the cucumber. I had a lot of fun playing Magic the Gathering. And I watched a film last night. I watched, well, in English it's called Infested, but in French it's called Vermine, and it's a French film. And it was good. It's a horror movie, but it's also... I don't know enough about the, like, cultural situation. I know probably a bit more than people who don't live in a French-speaking place, and then also like one of my roommates is French and the other is Belgian, so like I do have more of a pipeline of. I'm going to talk. I might recommend that movie, so we can talk about it. Because what I read was that there was some cultural criticism, especially when it comes to racism. I thought more as in like about poverty than racism, because essentially it's like, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but basically like there's this young man who collects little critters. He's very passionate about collecting like reptiles and arthropods and arachnids and shit. Are there any like land-dwelling arachnids that are not spiders? I don't know. I don't know much about animals. But anyway, so he ends up buying this spider from this guy who's got, it's sort of like unclear why this spider... It doesn't really matter. It's a poor movie. But anyway, so he ends up buying this spider, and the spider that we know from the opening scene is like this dangerous spider. We don't really quite know why. But I'm not going to tell you the whole plot of this movie. Check it out if you want. Yeah, it was just more like stuff about like adaptation, stuff with like the police. Anyway, it seemed to be more about like being poor than not being white, but there can be things about French culture, but yeah, I should probably ask my roommates about it. Anyway, so I want to get on with this. I'm not feeling it today either. I was very tired all day, like to the point where like I wanted to go and just go out and attempt to make some music, but I was so tired, just physically exhausted. But okay, so so I watched a movie and I drank yesterday. Didn't get really anything done. Today I had to go to the podiatrist, and so I just put off getting up until I couldn't put it off anymore. I left and I stopped at the A&W. I wanted to use their application to buy my meal because I would have gotten free fries, but anyway, the fries suck, and the app wouldn't let me like put in my credit card information. Put everything except for my postal code, and it would just like bug out and like add extra. Because when I put a letter, a number, and then it would like automatically add the previous letter, which is fine if you have like a perfectly symmetrical Postal code, but I don't. I don't even know if those exist. So um, anyway, so I ended up going in there, but I wanted to get, it was a double chicken burger. And I found it fascinating. Like, I've eaten double hamburgers, double cheeseburgers, but like a double chicken burger. And it was just a bun, and on the bottom bun you had mayonnaise, then a layer of sliced pickles, then two chicken burger patties, chicken sandwich patties, depending where you are, and then just another layer of mayonnaise, and then the top bun. I'm like, this, they could fuck this up, but like if they don't fuck this up, this could be like the perfect chicken sandwich. And so I ate it as I was walking because I didn't want to be late, and it was the perfect chicken sandwich. It was like the bun was very soft, very fresh. Um, the chicken burgers, it was just like chicken breast. It was like high quality. It wasn't just like a chicken slurry, which is nothing wrong with chicken slurry, but uh, I had some chicken hot dogs earlier that were filled with chicken slurry. But yeah, it was just deep fried chicken breast. And so yeah, like so as far as the bite, you get the soft bun, then you get a bit of that crunch of pickle at the bottom directly on your tongue. Then you crunch through, and yeah, it was right out of the fryer. It was hot. It was golden crisp. It was uh, um, I guess wasn't like overly seasoned, or like maybe some could say that it was missing some seasoning. I thought it was fine because I mean you have the tang of the mayo and the tang of the pickle. But yeah, just like the order of operations, soft bun, because it's simultaneous, obviously. So soft bun. You get that extra crunch of the pickle, but then directly into your tongue, so you get that extra tang right there. Double crunch. So it's the same thing going up and down, except you get that little bit of extra right where you need it, which is the tongue, right? Then you get that mayo up top too once it starts, moving around. Um, it was absolutely delicious, and I give it a 10 out of 10. I was also hungry. Um, so then I went to the podiatrist, and I was like, I want to buy some Magic the Gathering cards because I want to uh, feel something. And so I went to the mall, but I decided I'm not going to buy them at the mall since they didn't really have most of what I wanted to upgrade this Commander Precon that I played. And I think 1v1 is really fun for me, but maybe not fun for the other person, because once the synergies with the artifacts happen, it can be sort of just complicated board state on one side, and plus, like, my friend's deck was playing against her deck is pretty um, straightforward, but like not really very upgraded precon. Anyway, I'll just spend some time. I also was like very tired yesterday too. Um, this probably has to do with the alcohol, making my sleep really not good, quality-wise. And so then, it sounded like I'm gonna go to the Griffon instead. So I went all the way to the Griffon, and then also it was also hot outside, and I walked a decent amount. Um, but there was a funny moment. So I was walking on King Street because I want to like do a detour, but walking on King Street sucks. There's so many intersections, and each of them has a stoplight, and it's never the time for the pedestrian light to be on. Never. Um, so, but yeah, so I had this embarrassing moment that I felt bad about, where at one of these intersections, it's just because like I just have to wait at every single one where there is no situation. Maybe when it's like super deep rush hour, I don't know. But there's no situation in which anybody that's going down King Street is going to have to stop at every single one. So I do a lot of jaywalking, but it can also not be safe on certain intersections. One is the entrance of the Cowman King, which is a strip mall. And so I'm waiting. I'm seeing this fucking car that does this thing that a lot of cars do, and is necessary in some places, but not necessary in others. Like, the visibility is quite poor. You can creep up and be a bit in the intersection, blocking the sidewalk. I wish you didn't have to do that, but sometimes you have to do it. It's fun. I've really legitimately come to terms with that. It was really very, very frustrating for a long time until I realized I'm looking at this uniquely from a pedestrian's perspective, and I never have to deal with that. I mean, I sometimes have to deal with bad visibility, but like not. It's not as complex for me, right? And anyway, especially turning left. And this person was like, you 100% visibility, and was just really wanted to go and did not want to wait at the stoplight and was turning right. And I get that you don't want to wait, but I'm fucking waiting too. Everybody's waiting. And so um, I was going parallel to King Street, but for crossing King Street, I'm looking at this person, and they're about to go, and there's this the pedestrian crosswalk light goes on with a timer. This person starts walking, and so like I get frustrated, and this person just turns right. That's why I get frustrated because they just fucking turn right. And it's like the pedestrian thing is on. Like I know there's no pedestrian right there, but what if I would have wanted to walk? What if I would have wanted to walk on that side? But in my head, I got mad immediately, and I was thinking it was for both sides. And so, person turns right, I just fucking flip them off, and I'm like, yeah, good fucking job. And I just walk without looking, and it's a fucking green light, so I just like walked in front, felt so dumb. I went to the phone, got some cards, spent $9, but I also bought some sleeves, which I don't need sleeves, but I will need sleeves. But anyway, and I was like, all right, well, with the sleeves, I'll be able to get my mark, because basically, like, you can, like, get points to get credit, but it's every $10 where you have to, like, get to $10 or more, or $20 or more, $3 or more, right? But it ended up being, like, 19 cents. Like, fuck, so I could just spend, like, another $10 for nothing. Anyway, and then, because I was like, I'll go to the phone, because then I had to do some janitorial duties at a local music venue. Because my friend is who is the janitor there, is on vacation. So I did that, and I really didn't feel like doing it. And I just felt this, like, fatigue. It's just likely due to only eating one double chicken burger all day and walking several kilometers. But I got that done. I went home, and I ate 2 hot dogs and some salad. And today I'm thinking about shushu. And I know I've talked about shushu before, but I looked into it, and I have not, talked about a shushu song in particular as a subject of the song I'm thinking about for one of these videos. So today I'm thinking of Ian Curtis' Wishlist. I don't really feel like talking anymore, but shushu is great. Shushu is a big influence actually on me. I think that Jamie Stewart and company are fantastic artists. I think he's such a good artist, and he's one of my favorite singers. His voice is so expressive and can be so gentle, but it has to be tortured and explosive. I was thinking about Shushu today because I was watching a video of Charlie Looker of Extra Life talking about his favorite lyricist, and Jamie Stewart was on that list, deservedly so, because he's a fantastic lyricist. He's written a lot of like very sad and disturbing, or songs about sad and disturbing subject matter, but he does it with like so much empathy. Which, I mean, I'm just repeating stuff Charlie Looker was saying, but he's right. It's just like some of his songs should make me feel awful, but it's done so beautifully that like I want to keep going back to it. It's like about pain and despair and just like all the worst stuff that can happen to people, but yeah, with such compassion, such empathy. And it's like, yes, we're at a point with Shushu, and this is I remember talking about this, where it's like the style of music of Shushu has changed a lot over the years. Explored a lot of different stuff, but it's sort of rooted in like experimental music, electronic. What did Charlie? Oh yeah, Charlie Looker compared it to like coming from sort of like a dark wave aesthetic, which I think is a good way to put it. Um, but also, yeah, like noise and so yeah, so that's been very noisy. But sometimes this cat like we're at a point where Shoo Shoo is like you don't know if you're going to be getting a pop Shoo Shoo or hell music Shoo Shoo because they sort of like seem to alternate, but not always 100% alternate. And even the pop stuff, there is still like some noisiness and experimentation. But like, if you think of like, okay, so this is like maybe a bit of an outlier, but the band like a band made the song "Wondering" off of "Forget," and then also made the album "Girl with a Basket of Fruit," or like you couldn't imagine it was the same band. So coming up next, I believe, is Pop Shoo Shoo, which I'm not uh, uh, disinclined to getting any sort of new terrifying Shoo Shoo stuff, but it's like it's nice to have to alternate between the two because the terrifying Shoo Shoo stuff is it's a lot. It's scary hell music. um, this song is just like, oh yeah, oh, I just gotta say, I gotta go do something, buy alcohol because I'm an alcoholic. But song Ian Curtis. Oh yeah, where am I? Yeah, yeah. So just to talk about the Ian Curtis wish list, an Ian Curtis wish list is a list of things that you have convinced yourself that you want to have happen, but you know that are never going to happen. But you've sort of deluded yourself into believing that they're going to happen. Like half your body's completely fooled itself into believing something's happened, and half your body is totally beating yourself up because the other half of the body is fooling itself. So an Ian Curtis wish list is things that would fall into that category, like being crazy into this person. Basically, Jamie Stewart was like irrationally, irresponsibly, madly in love with this person who did not like him for very good reasons, according to him. Um, so yeah, check out Choo Choo. It's just I've been talking for too long and I gotta go do something. Buy myself alcohol because I'm an alcoholic. It's so good. This song, his voice, just listen to it. Like it is, he sounds like manic and in pain, and it's just this raw vocal performance. And he's got this weird gate on his voice. I don't know, the whole thing sounds like it's about to fall apart. Like he sounds like he's about to fall apart. Like he is falling apart. And that's one of the things I like about early Shoo Shoo, that it does sound like it's about to fall apart. But it's also so masterfully done that you know that it's like 100% intentional. Like this is very meticulously um, uh, crafted music. You know, the way this is conceived is like he knows exactly what he's doing. I'm not saying he's no like actual like improvisation or anything like that, but it's just like he knows exactly what he's doing. There's that. Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's gonna go down to 18 degrees Celsius. 64 degrees Fahrenheit. I've been watching this show called Review with great Andy Daly. I'm going to keep watching that. It's hard to watch, cringe comedy, but also absurd. And very dark. It's very dark. And Andy Daly is one of the funniest people alive, I believe. Okay, so that's it. Everyone, have a great night.